Okay, so let's go to TeachBetter.ai. So now how do you get access to TeachBetter.ai? Like I said, it's a 100% free platform. So this is our website. You go to our website, which is TeachBetter.ai, and directly go to register. Okay, so there is a lot of text here if you want to browse through, but you go to register and create an account. You can create an account with Google quite easily. So I'm walking you through all the steps involved. So I log in with my Google account in TeachBetter.ai. So the moment you log in, you come to this page. Now you see TeachBetter.ai was the normal domain. Now here it becomes myspace.teachbetter.ai. So this is primarily your personalized AI space, right? That you can use the way you want to. Now, when you land here, one thing that you'll see here is we have got a lot of ready-made AI tools customized for education specific use cases. For example, we have a writing assistant, we have a lesson planner, concept explainer, quiz and worksheet generator, etc., etc. I'll walk you through some of these tools and also give you a quick idea about what is the best use of each and every tool, right? So this is the so I'll make you conversant with this interface. So AI tools is the section where you have all these AI tools listed here. So right now, as we speak, we have 14 tools here, and we are continuing to build and add more and more relevant tools in the platform. But we don't want to make it very complicated by launching some 100 and 150 tools in the platform. So we have tried to consolidate a lot of tools into one. Okay. Second is your my content section, which is where everything that you generate from our platform in terms of content gets stored and saved here, which you can view whenever you want to in future. Third is subscription. This is not live. This will not go live for the next 3 months also for sure. So rest assured, all of you will have access to this platform 100% free for the next 3 months, if not more. Okay. Blogs and contact us. These are links that will take you to our main website. If you want to read some stuff or if you want to contact us with some information, you can use these buttons. So let's go back to the AI tools page. So like I said, we have 14 AI tools listed here. So let me start with one AI tool, which is the lesson planner tool, and show you how it works. So there are some basic text inputs which are written here. You can go through them, how to use this tool, what all things you can use this tool for. So now this is the interface. So like I said, you have to think like an end user, like a teacher. You don't have to think like a technical expert who has got expertise in writing good prompts, right? Now, as a teacher, you want to create a lesson plan. So let me create a standard lesson plan. Suppose, for example, I'll enter the subject science, and let's say the topic is photosynthesis. So if anybody wants to try out some other topic, some other subject, you please feel free to unmute yourself and give me that input. I'll try out that. So let me finish this use case and we can try some other use cases also. Okay. So for example, you want to do it for grade 5. Curriculum is suppose IB. And so now when you say lesson plan, so the point is this topic you want to cover in 1 class, 2 class, 3 class, that you have to specify to get a proper lesson plan depending on the duration. So I want to cover this in 1 class, which is of 90 minutes. And so these are optional things. So do you want detailed content also, or you just want bullet points? Do you want real life examples in the lesson plan? Do you want to add key vocabulary? So these are all optional things that you can add in your lesson plan by just clicking these check boxes. Okay. Suggest variations for mixed ability learners. Now, so the point is, when you're doing so many things at one time, the quality of response will be mixed. Now, if you want to do a detailed lesson plan only for mixed ability learners, then you have to do that way, right? Include a home worksheet. So this is the place where you can give additional context. So you can type anything that you want, or you can also just click this mic button and talk. For example, please add detailed content also in this lesson plan. Right. So I can just speak out and give additional context. The more the context you give, the better will be the plan, and it will be aligned to what you actually want. So now just hit generate. Okay. The moment you generate, it will start giving you the lesson plan as per the inputs that you have given. So for example, if you have asked for key vocabulary, it has given you the vocabulary. It has created the lesson structure for the 90 minutes class: introduction, direct instruction, guided practice, real life applications, independent practice. It has given you some ideas on how to deal with advanced learners versus struggling learners. It has given you a small home worksheet also that you can distribute to the students in the class. So with simple inputs as an end user, you are able to generate a lesson plan of this quality. Now, to generate a lesson plan of this quality in ChatGPT, it will take you a lot of experimentation and a lot of playing around with the prompts. Got it? So in one click, you get this output, right? Right now the other thing is, so there is also an option of file upload in oral tools. For example, you have a topic or a subject and you want a lesson plan, only covering that particular content, you can upload that file here and then generate the lesson plan and give some context that makes sure that my lesson plan is aligned to the document that I have uploaded. So in that case, it will give you a lesson plan which is aligned to the document that you have uploaded. So this is the lesson plan that you have generated. Now, the second important thing, which again is significantly different from ChatGPT, is we have a lot of action buttons here. For example, you want to read out the lesson plan, you want to regenerate, you want to save it, you want to do some edits here. So suppose you didn't like this question, you can type your own question here and then save this document. Okay, so you have the flexibility to edit the output before consuming it. You can copy it and paste it, you can print it directly. For example, if I click print, so you can directly print this lesson plan and keep it with you for reference, right? So you don't have to copy paste in multiple places and then do it. You can translate this lesson plan in any language. For example, if I click the translate button, you can select any language and it will translate the lesson plan for you in that language. You can say export it in Word document. You can convert this lesson plan into a PowerPoint presentation also. Now let me do that for you so that you can understand how it helps you. So this is a lesson plan which has a lot of text. Now when you have to convert it into PowerPoint, you don't need so much text. You need slides which have for different sections of the topic, and it should get split beautifully in a slides format. So let me click on presentation. Now it will take some time to convert this lesson plan into a PowerPoint format. Okay, then you can also export it into Google Docs and Google Slides. So you have all the flexibility to deal with the output the way you want to, the way you are comfortable with. Okay, so this is a significant difference over ChatGPT that you generally know. Right now, this lesson plan has got exported into a PowerPoint format. So let me just show that to you. Okay, so minor adjustments you'll have to do. Okay, so yeah. So this is a lesson plan. So the overview part of the, so it has given you slide by slide content and the context for your presentation, the overview, the duration, learning objectives, key vocabulary, lesson structure, introduction, direct instructions, guided practice. So it has broken down that entire lesson plan into various slides and given it to you in a ready to use format, right? Now you will ask that, when it comes to presentations, we also need a lot of images and a lot of videos. Now, in general, today you go to Google and search for images, you go to YouTube and search for videos, where you get lost in the noise and the clutter. Plus, you also have a lot of distraction as well as ads coming in there, right? So what we have done is, so I'll just copy this word photosynthesis. So we have integrated video search capabilities and image search capabilities from inside our platform itself, so that if you want to generate images for the lesson plan, okay, so you can search for the topic here and generate images right here. Got it? So you can search for more images by just clicking this button. Suppose you like this slide, for example, you just click copy image, the image gets copied, you go to your presentation and then paste it here. So the image for your presentation is ready. Got it? So likewise, you can search for relevant images and keep adding with a single click into your slide. Similarly, and you can also save these images in your lesson plan, which will get saved in your My Content section, which I'll show you in a while. So likewise, you also want some videos that you can show in the class that explains photosynthesis beautifully. Now, if you have premium content access, great. If you don't have, you will go to YouTube and then search for relevant videos, right? So you can search for videos right here. Suppose you like this video, you just copy the link so you can see the video right here also to get a preview of the video. It is a completely free, distraction free and ad free environment. If you like this video, you can watch it here. Okay. So if you like it, you just copy the link to the video, go back to your presentation. Suppose you want to paste the video in this slide, you go to insert, video, online film, paste the link, and you have the video integrated in your slide, which you can directly present in the class and play in the class. Got it? So this is all playable format. So when you go to full screen mode, this will start playing beautifully. So the point is, the entire content for the presentation, slide by slide, images for the presentation, videos for the presentation, everything can be done using this single platform and quite easily, which would generally take you a lot of time, a lot of effort to figure things out. So you can do all of that, quite easily. Now, suppose you like this video, you also save it in My Content. So what has happened is this entire lesson plan, right from the text to images to videos, everything has got created. Now, if you want to change something, for example, you don't like this home worksheet, you want, instead of 8 questions, you want 15 questions in the worksheet, you just refine it by telling that in the home worksheet, please give 15 questions instead of 8. Right? It will update the same lesson plan gets updated with 15 questions. So I will not do that right now. Now I'll show you My Content. So we have created a lesson plan, so which has got saved in your My Content section. All the inputs that you have given are here. The entire text part of the lesson plan is here. The images that we have saved will also, you can also see those images right here. The video that you liked and saved in your my content section, you can access it here. So that means this my content becomes like a personalized content library. So as an educator, over a period of time, you will be able to create a nice library for yourself that you can refer to whenever you want to. You don't have to go to multiple places, save a lot of stuff in your system, etc., etc. So what we have done is we have tried to bring a lot of things in one place. So what in one line, if you want to understand what TeachBetter AI is for a layman, it's basically a combination of chat GPT without the complexity of writing prompts. It is a combination of YouTube without ads and without the distraction. It is a combination of Google without getting lost in the endless results that you basically get. So now let's go to the next tool, which is quiz and worksheet generator. Okay, so now this is again a very helpful tool that can help you make worksheets, quizzes, examination question papers also quite easily, right, on a daily basis. For example, we want to create a quiz. Subject is I don't know, suppose we take maths for now, and we take suppose area and perimeter for 5th grade students, ICSE syllabus, and we want, so like I said, we want 25 questions. Now this is something that ChatGPT's free model will not be able to give you. Okay, and what are the type of questions you want in this quiz? You want multiple choice, you want some story problems, you want some short answers, you want some long answers. You can make all these choices. Okay, you want an answer key to be added at the end. Do you want to add marks next to each question? Do you want to include headers and instructions? You do all of that. There is an option to select difficulty level. You can select the difficulty level. If you have any reference subject, for example, you want to upload an English story, you just click a photograph and upload that story, and it will give you a question paper based on that story, right? Any additional context, you can write it here. So for example, please ensure that the type of the questions, a lot of variety, and also make sure that the questions are aligned to the Indian context. Every single question should have the Indian flavor in it. So now it's generating a question paper on area and perimeter as per the input that you have given. It has given you the question paper on area and perimeter. It has given you 25 questions. It has given you answer key at the end, right? It has also added the marks against each questions and some standard instructions at the top. Now you want to print this question paper, you can print directly from here. You want to export it in a Word file, you can export it in a Word file. You want to change some questions, you can change some questions. You want to delete some questions, you can delete some questions. So all that flexibility you have right here in the platform, so that you don't have to do something repeatedly and at multiple times. For example, let's export this in a Word file. So single click export will happen. Still opening. Yeah, you can see this question paper in the Word file. You can do whatever edits you want, do some more formatting changes, because formatting generally in AI is not 100% proper. And then you can take printouts and distribute this question paper to students and keep the answer key separately with you. Okay, so that's the use case of the quiz and the worksheet generator. And we will dive to the third tool. So there is a presentation generator tool also, which is specifically for slides and exporting it to PPT, but we already saw that use case in our lesson planner tool. It is a similar use case, but customized only for presentation making. So I'll just show you one last. Okay, so one important thing I missed to share is that India is a lingual country. There are like many languages, and not everybody is comfortable with English. So this platform, you can generate content in any language. For example, I'll just show you. Concept to explain is, suppose for example, what do we explain? For example, Newton's laws, and you want to explain it in Hindi, for example. Grade 5 depth of explanation will be standard. You want the output language to be Hindi. You just type here Hindi and you generate. So one option is there is a language option here. The other option is you generate the output in English and then you can translate it into any language. Yeah. So it has given you the output in Hindi, right? So likewise, you can generate in any regional language that you want to. You will obviously have to validate the quality of generation, whether the sentences and the words are exactly proper. It will be more or less 90-95% accurate, but you'll have to do some validation at your end. Got it? So let's go to the one more tool that we want to show you, which is there is a separate text translator tool also. Suppose you have a document which is in English, you want to translate that entire document into Tamil or Telugu or some other language. You can use this tool for that. So I'll show you text analyzer and enhancer and cover one important use case. Now, so what happens is in class, we give students a lot of tasks and a lot of assignments. For example, you have asked the students to write an essay on a particular topic. Now, the student has written the essay. Now, after he submits the essay to you as a teacher, the best that you can do is underline some of the spelling mistakes and at the end give him some marks. So now this kind of assessment is absolutely not helpful for the student. He is not learning anything in the process. Whatever he has written, he already knows, and you have not given him any constructive feedback that he can work upon, right? Ideally speaking, we should be able to give student a detailed feedback report saying you have written an essay on creativity, your score is this, on sentence construction, your score is this, on grammar, you have made these mistakes, these are some sentences which you could have written significantly better. So now that if we are able to do every single thing that you do with the students, they will learn in the process, and not everything will end with just marks. Today the mindset is everything I do, I get marks. Sometimes I get good marks, sometimes I get bad marks, right? But the objective of a day-to-day classroom is anything that you do, the student should learn in the process. So I'll show you one important use case of this tool, which is text analyzer and an answer. This is a very short essay that is written by my son, who is in 5th grade, in his own handwriting, very clumsy, absolutely not readable, which is perfectly fine. So what I want to do is I wanted to give him a feedback on this essay. What I will do is I will just upload this essay here in this tool. Okay. Now I will ask this particular AI tool to, so it is loading. So when you upload a file, it will take time to load and read the number of words in that file. Okay. So you have to give it some time. I want it to improve the language. I want it to do grammar check. I want it to show errors and corrections. And I want it to also give a detailed feedback report around strengths and improvements. Okay. So this is an essay written by Ayan in grade 5. So suppose you want to also write the name of the student and grade, at the top, you have to give that as a context. So now it will analyze the entire essay, and it will create a beautiful personalized report for that particular, activity and that particular student. Okay. The feedback report on a train journey written by Ayan, grade 5, overall evaluation, strengths, areas of improvement, corrections and enhancements, detailed corrections. So it is basically telling what is the original sentence written by the student and what can be the revised sentence, making all the corrections. In terms of clarity, what is the original sentence, what is the revised sentence. In terms of punctuations, what the child has written and how it could have been actually written. So this is a detailed feedback report, which if given to the student, he will actually learn and improve significantly rather than just giving him the marks. Got it? So now this is a use case which it is humanly impossible to do it in the classroom if you don't have the help of technology, right? So that's the power of AI, which basically means that as a human being, you can do things which you are today not able to do, which is your limitation. So it will eliminate your limitations and make you create a real impact with your teaching. So that's about this tool, which is called text analyzer and enhancer. So likewise, we have got many more tools. If you want help with writing anything, you can use writing assistant, lesson planner. You want a concept to be explained in different ways, you use this tool. You want activity ideas and project ideas for the class, you can use this tool. Just for example, an event planning tool. So as a teacher, you also spend a lot of time in planning a lot of things, right? Now planning an event is a very complicated activity, and to get started is very difficult. For example, you have an annual day. Okay. And my theme is colors of life. My target audience is all. Date of the event, suppose I write 25 June 25, and this is like a half day event. So I want help with itemized agenda, all of these things, right? So now the point is, you have just thought about the name of the annual function, you don't know anything about it, you want to get started. Now that is a very difficult situation. It will take a lot of time to get to a certain level with this annual function, right? But if you use this tool, things that you could take days and weeks to put together, it will help you get started at the click of a button. For example, an event outline, for example, a proposed timeline and agenda, for example, activities and segments involved, okay, roles and responsibilities, resources needed to set up, invite message for parents, checklist of tables, detailed project plan with timelines. Now you export all of these, put the tables in an Excel, put the text in a document and share it with your team, and then you can start working. So the point is, to reach this level of clarity, it will take you weeks, right? Because you don't know anything about this annual function other than the date and the theme. Got it? So this will help you get started really, really fast, and then you can continue to use, a lot of the other tools that we have to make your life easy. So likewise, there are a lot of tools. So please explore our platform, use all the tools. So for example, now for students also, what we are recommending is this is basically their personalized assistant once they go back home, because parents are generally very, very busy with their stuff. Now, as a student, you have taught me photosynthesis in the class. I have not understood anything because I am a slow learner. I can come back on the platform and learn that concept at my own pace and style. This is a safe platform, no distraction of YouTube, no distraction of Google. I will just learn what I want to learn and get out of the platform. There is a tool called Ask Me Anything. If a student has some very basic doubt, for example, what is photosynthesis, you can just type here. It's a chatbot type experience, right? So basically, teacher has taught something in the class and student just wants a quick explanation. So you can use this tool. So designed for both teachers as well as students to make learning really, really impactful and meaningful. So please explore our platform. If you have kids at home, you can also tell them to use this platform and see how it is helping them in their day-to-day studies. As a parent, you have access to this My Content library. You can keep track of what your child is doing on our platform. So all the flexibilities inbuilt, all the controls inbuilt to make really fun and engaging in a very, very safe and controlled AI, AI powered environment. So that's about TeachBetter.ai.